All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're diving into an explainer covering what honestly might be the single most important tech crossover of our lifetimes, the merger of artificial intelligence and blockchain. We're going to demystify how these two massive, completely world-altering technologies are, surprisingly, perfectly solving each other's biggest flaws. By merging, they're building this open, automated, and highly intelligent future of finance. So, let's break this down piece by piece.
I want to start right off the bat with this brilliant analogy from our source material. Blockchain is a perfect calculator, but AI is a genius intern. Think about it for a second. Blockchain has perfect math, right? It never lies, it never forgets, its rules are absolute. But it has absolutely zero judgment. You wouldn't use a calculator to write a novel. AI, on the other hand, is like this brilliant, lightning-fast intern. It finds complex patterns in seconds, but it has no ID, no memory, and sometimes it just completely hallucinates facts. You really wouldn't trust it with your life savings. Separately, they have these massive limitations, but together, they're literally the missing puzzle pieces.
So here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with two revolutions, one problem. Then, how AI fixes blockchain's brain, followed by how blockchain fixes AI's trust. After that, we'll explore the new autonomous economy and finally, wrap up with the risks of the merger.
Okay, Section 1. Two revolutions, one problem.
For the last 10 years or so, these two tech titans have been running on entirely separate tracks, but they both recently hit some hard fundamental limits. On one side, we have blockchain, which is basically trust without brains. Smart contracts are essentially just dumb if-then rules. Like, Ethereum can't tell if a loan applicant is actually trustworthy. It literally only checks if you have the crypto collateral. And that rigid logic ends up excluding around 3 billion unbanked people worldwide. On the flip side, we have AI, which is brains without trust. AI models are infamous for being black boxes. If an AI denies your loan, it can't tell you why. Plus, it's trained on internet data that's often biased, polluted, or just straight up false. And fundamentally, AI doesn't have a bank account to actually transact in the real world.
Moving on to Section 2, AI fixes blockchain's brain.
This is where artificial intelligence steps in to bring some much-needed judgment, nuance, and safety to rigid crypto networks. To understand why this is so absolutely crucial, just look at this number, $3.8 billion. That is the staggering amount of money lost to DeFi hacks in 2022 alone. Because smart contracts are totally public, hackers can scan them 24/7 looking for tiny loopholes. And human auditors, they just simply cannot keep up with 1,000 new tokens launching every single day.
So AI essentially acts as blockchain's immune system. Actually, scratch that. It's more like an elite 24/7 security guard. Machine learning algorithms watch the blockchain live. When a new contract is deployed, AI simulates it instantly to see if a hidden function could drain funds, and this effectively blocks 90% of rug pulls before they even happen. Tools from companies like Chainalysis and Fortress audit these contracts in seconds, finding bugs that humans completely miss. MetaMask even uses AI snaps to warn you if a site looks like a phishing scam. And the result? Thanks to AI stepping in, hacks dropped by a massive 50% in 2023.
But AI isn't just playing defense here, it's opening up entirely new markets. Right now, DeFi requires insane over-collateralization. You usually need like $150 in Ethereum just to borrow $100. But platforms like Cred Protocol and Goldfinch are using AI to create a FICO-style credit score for your crypto wallet. The AI looks at your wallet's age, your past loan behavior, even social proof like your DAO votes. If your score is high enough, a smart contract lends to you without needing that massive chunk of collateral. Goldfinch is already doing this to underwrite real business loans in Nigeria, entirely on-chain. It's literally banking the unbanked. How cool is that?
Let's flip the dynamic now. Section 3. Blockchain fixes AI's trust.
See, AI desperately lacks concrete financial infrastructure and verifiable truth. We can see this immediately in the training costs. It takes an estimated $500 million just to train an advanced model like GPT-5. Because that price tag is so astronomically high, we're staring down the barrel of a massive AI monopoly where only 3 or 4 giant tech companies control the world's intelligence. That introduces huge risks of censorship and bias. But decentralized blockchain networks, like BitTensor, stop this dead in its tracks. They allow thousands of normal people to pool their at-home computing power to train AI models, earning crypto in return. It completely decentralizes the AI monopoly.
And then think about deepfakes. It's terrifying, right? How do you prove a video of a politician or a CEO is actually real? Well, you use the C2PA standard. Here's how it works. First, you record a video on a verified camera. Second, that camera cryptographically signs the file and logs its unique hash securely on the blockchain. Third, when a deepfake inevitably pops up online later, you don't just argue about it on social media. You go to step 4 and show the real hash in court. The blockchain provides mathematically unforgeable proof that your real video existed first. It's the ultimate truth layer for the AI world.
Now, you might be wondering, why on earth would an AI need a wallet? Well, AI models are starving for clean, unpolluted data. To get it, an AI might need to read an API or buy a tiny piece of data for a fraction of a cent, like a 10,000th of a dollar. Traditional credit cards completely fail at these micropayments. They require a 30-cent minimum and take days to clear. But if you give an AI a crypto wallet loaded with USDC, it can instantly buy unpolluted data directly from users on platforms like Ocean Protocol and Vana. The AI gets the clean data it needs, and you actually get paid for your data instead of big tech just harvesting it for free. Imagine your own data paying you while you sleep.
Which brings us to Section 4, the new autonomous economy.
We're shifting into real-world hybrids now, which means we kind of need a new vocabulary word. We aren't talking about a simple chatbot that drafts an email for you anymore. We are talking about an AI agent. An AI agent is an AI equipped with a specific goal, its very own crypto wallet, and the ability to act, sign, and spend entirely independently. It holds real, tangible value.
Let's look at a concrete example, the AI CFO. You give your agent a goal, say to maximize your yield with very low risk. It instantly scans 200 DeFi pools, independently moves your USDC into the safest yield strategy, and then just monitors the market 24/7, rebalancing your portfolio every single week. At the end of the month, it just texts you your profits. Not a single human click is required. The whole shebang happens safely around the clock.
Now, if you're itching to see this in action today, here's a quick beginner stack of projects. First is Numerai. This is a trustless, fully on-chain hedge fund where AI models literally live inside smart contracts and execute trades transparently. So no Bernie Madoff risk there. Then you have Fetch.ai, which lets you deploy your own AI agents that can hunt down the best DeFi yields for you. And ChainML acts as a sort of chat GPT for on-chain data, making it super easy to just ask questions about what the big whale wallets are up to. These are real, functioning tools you can explore right now.
All right, time for a reality check. Section 5. Risks of the merger.
Look, combining flawed AI with unstoppable code presents some very real existential threats. First up, permanent bias. If a biased AI credit model gets hard-coded into an immutable smart contract, that discrimination is baked in forever. Second is black box logic with no off switch. Back in 2023, an AI bug in a compound loan model aggressively liquidated totally safe users. $70 million was lost simply because there was no pause button. Third, imagine a 3-second flash crash caused by a monoculture of thousands of AI trading bots all seeing the exact same sell signal at the exact same millisecond. And finally, smarter rug pulls. Picture an AI agent acting totally legitimate for 6 months, just to find a legal loophole and drain a treasury without any human even noticing.
So, how do we defend against this? Well, one absolute game changer of a defense mechanism is the ZK proof, or zero-knowledge proof. Basically, it's a cryptographic way of proving a statement is true without revealing the underlying data. It's kind of like proving to a bouncer you're over 21 without actually showing them your ID. It allows an AI to mathematically prove to regulators, hey, I did not use race or gender to deny this loan, without the company having to expose their proprietary black box source code to the entire internet. It guarantees accountability while totally preserving privacy.
Furthermore, our sources are crystal clear on the rules of engagement here. You have to practice constitutional AI. Start small with really strict spend limits. Maybe your AI agent can only move $100 a day. Diversify your models so a single weird bug doesn't tank your whole portfolio. And most importantly, always build a human override circuit breaker into your DAO or smart contract. Pure, unchecked code is dangerous. If the AI goes off the rails, humans must have the power to pull the plug and protect the treasury.
Which brings us to our final thought. As we've seen throughout this explainer, AI is undeniably giving blockchain a brain, and blockchain is giving AI the trust, the money, and the infrastructure it needs to actually act in the real world. The future of finance is, for sure, automated and intelligent. But as we hand the keys over to these unstoppable, autonomous systems, the ultimate question we have to ask ourselves is, how do we ensure it stays human? Thanks for exploring this source material with me today, and never stop questioning the black box.